Hi guys, Mara here, and today I'm gonna tell you about my K-pop and Korean experience. And today we also have a guest, my K-pop friend. Her name is Prima Rani, and she is gonna tell us about her K-pop experience. So let's get started, shall we?
네, 일단 안녕하세요. 제 이름은 란이고요. 그리고 제가 케밥을 처음으로 어떻게 하게 되었냐면요. 그게 바로 제 친구한테 소개를 받았었어요. 그 친구의 소개를 통해 제가 케밥을 알게 되었고 그대로 반하게 되었습니다. 그 제가 2010년 때부터 지금까지 케밥을 쭉 좋아합니다. 중간에 현다가 있긴 하지만 그래도 결국엔 케밥을 다시 찾아요. 예, 저는 케밥 없이 못 살아요. 그 근데 몇 년 전에 제가 아이돌 덕질을 하다가 현다가 너무 심하게 와가지고 와 이건 진짜 안 되겠다 싶어서 그냥 아예 손 아예 안 댔어요. 개법을 진짜 안 해요. 보지도 않고 그냥 SNS도 완전 다 로그 아웃 했고 그냥 아무것도 안 했어요. 근데 그러다가 드라마를 어쩌다가 보게 되는데 거기서 나온 드라마가 배우가 너무 매력적이어가지고 제가 그 배우를 덕질하게 되었죠. 이때는 제가 개밥 개밥에게 벗어날 수 있겠다라고 생각했거든요. 근데 그게 틀렸습니다. 왜냐면 제가 그때 어쩌다가 좋은 기회를 얻어가지고 그 케이팝 행사에 가게 되었어요. 네, 거기서 어떤 케이팝 그룹을 약간 보게 되었는데 직접 제 눈으로 그냥 그대로 빠져버렸습니다. 예, 무대를 보고 너무 멋있어가지고 그리고 노래도 좀 더 다 잘하는 애들이라서 그냥 그대로 빠져버렸고 그냥 다시 케밥에 감겼습니다. 저는 타케를 진짜 못해요. 근데 저 한테는 그냥 춤추고 노래하는 아이돌들을 덕질하는 게 그 자체가 너무 재밌고 행복한 일이거든요. 그래서 그랬나 봐요. 제가 케밥에 아직도 좋아하는 이유 중 하나인가? 아니죠. 그 가장 큰 이유죠. 네, 아마 그럴 겁니다.
So the first time I heard K-pop song is Super Junior song called Sorry Sorry because it's really popular in Indonesia in 2011. I think that's like first time Indonesia hit Hallyu wave. That's what you call? Yeah. Like it's really booming. Like K-pop really booming in Indonesia back at the time. The famous song in Indonesian back then is Super Junior Sorry Sorry, Bonna Mana, like most of it Super Junior song. Sorry Sorry, Bonna Mana, 그리고 Mr. Simple, and then Sonyeon CD song G as a girls' generation called G, and Genie. It's really famous too in Indonesian, and from that I started to curious about K-pop and I started to search more about K-pop, and I accidentally fall in love with K-pop band called Double S 501. That's the first band that I stan, and my favorite member of Double S 501 is Kim Hyun Jung. This guy, this is my first bias in K-pop, and after that the band is this band, and after that I started to become like multi fandom. I like a lot of band. After that, like I like Shiny, and I like Super Junior, and I like FX, like the girl band called FX, and C Star, and Boyfriend, and until I think recently I settled down with one band called NCT. Yeah, I settled down with NCT. I started to buy their goods. I started to buy their albums, and I started to buy their goods. I started to watch their performances on internet, so the views is high. You know what it's called? I started to streaming that. I settled on NCT, but recently I like Winner. I but I become a multi fandom again. Yeah, I like Winner. I started to buy Winner goods and come to their concert. Yay, Winner concert! And but I'm not forgetting any of the band that I like back then. I just become a multi fandom. The thing about K-pop is they never get boring. There will always something new with K-pop, whether it's the band, the idol, or the concept. Like K-pop concept is it's so unique, sometimes a little crazy, and that's what I like about K-pop. They're they're always outdone themselves. There's always something new in K-pop, and you'll never get boring in K-pop. They will keep you entertained. And my favorite thing about K-pop is the merchandise. K-pop album is different than other album, like other band album. K-pop album is usually look like this, and they have the uh, the the CDs, and a lot of it has, not a lot of, most of it have the photo book inside the album, and usually they have like photo card, or they give you stickers, or like this, like goodies thing, and like this photo card. No, this is not photo card, like the yeah. they they're not only selling a CD, also they have the photo album and the goods. And this is like standard K-pop album, but there were a lot of K-pop album that unique. For example, this is NCT Illichil Limitless album, and this like have a bunch of pictures, and this is the CD, and they have a lot of stickers, they have postcard, and they have the lyric book inside all of this pouch. Like they sell it like this is really creative. And my favorite K-pop album that I have is this Winner latest album, I think, is called Remember, and they have this thing, acrylic, what is this, acrylic song list that you can put everywhere inside your house. And this thing, not only I listen to the music, also this became like a collector thing in K-pop community. And my favorite thing also is photo card. This is a currency in K-pop fandom. People will trade this people will buy many albums just to get the bias that they want, because photo card came random. In K-pop album usually they have photo card, but it's random, you can tell whether it's your bias or not. So K-popper usually buy a lot of album to get the bias that they want, and they will trade photo card, and they will sell them too if like, oh, okay, I'm done with K-pop, I'm gonna focus on my kids. They usually sell this photo card on high price. Really, it's expensive photo cards. Oh, and also they have this light stick. This the Japan version of winner light stick, and the other K-pop group will usually have their own like design and unique shape of light stick. So I learned a lot about Korea, Korean language, and Korean culture, and Korea culinary from K-pop. Yes, from K-pop, because they do a great job to promoting Korean culture, and that's kind of grew on me. Like, because of that, I started to like Korean food and started to like hanbok and learning Korean language. Yeah, so that's it for today. See you next time.